Hey, how's it going, guys? All right, welcome back to another monthly collab that between myself and Left-Handed Crafter called Why'd She Buy That? And so we each buy 6 sets and buy double, and then we switch them out, and so we each have 12 sets. We decide on the order to, use them in or whatever, and yeah, then we come on here and use them. And we always try to get like affordable stamps, usually from like I don't know, an Amazon store or AliExpress or somewhere. And, but yeah, so if you want to play along with us, play along. It's on the 15th of every month. And so here goes. All right, so for this month, actually for last month, the skeleton that I used that was like brewing up a batch of something, that was my pick. So did you guys get it right? You can guess each month if it's my pick or her pick. And so that one happened to be mine. And so this one is a nice little witchy woo, and she's brewing up a potion here, hopefully to, I don't know, decrease stress or something. I need that right now. But anyway, so do you think this was my pick or Brandy's? Comment below and with your guess and let me know. But, all right, so let's get to it. Okay, so I'm going to use the witch, the little ghost, and this little spider potion bottle here. And she's already got a hat, so I'm not doing the hat. But, so to start with, I feel like we need a witchy moon. Let's see here. I guess I better do this one first. So I just want it to be like half, not half, but something like that. All right, let's do the bright part first. I can't remember what brush I used. I was testing some out, but does that seem bright? I don't know. Oh well. You can't really get a moon wrong, so it's fine. I think it'll be okay. So it is nice to be back, I have to say. I don't know how much more I'll be on here for a while. So for what's been kind of going on is a lot of things. Y'all know school in the fall is always quite busy. But this is a little bit more than the average year. So it was pretty busy all on its own. And let's see. Let's try. That might be too dark. Let's try this one. Peeled paint. Okay, that's not too bad. Let's kind of lift it up and just, yeah, that gives us a little something there. I just want a little tiny bit, but I want some bright green too. I think I use this for something else, but I think it'll be okay for the bright green. Anyway, so school's always busy this time of year, but it's been a little extra crazy because my county has, at least some of the schools have been taken over by the State Department, and we just found out fairly recently. And so it's we're going to have it's basically, well, I guess because you suck, right? But years ago when I first started there, the first day I walked in, actually they were having a meeting, and they had just been taken over by the State Department on the whole county level. And so I didn't understand it quite back then, but we've been through that twice, I guess, since. And they'll stay for a few years and leave, and they come in and tell you how utterly horrible you are. And and then they'll work with you about 3 years, then they fix you, and then they move on, right? And then a few years you're bad again, and they come back again, and it's a cycle. So I don't know. I'm just going to get a little bit of yellow around here. And these were the oxides. This is the regular distress. So hopefully we can improve. I don't know. Our test scores are in the toilet. That's a kind of a county level thing. Our attendance is in the toilet, also county level. We're like red all over the county on everything that we shouldn't be. And so it's hard because you pour your heart and soul into things, and you know, some things are out of your control to improve. Some things are not, you know. I know we're going to get dinged for having like so many substitute teachers and that kind of thing, but again, I don't really know how to fix that. So there's all kinds of things, but so we're like a school of improvement right now. And so with that, they do certain calls and things like that. And they'll sometimes start off talking to the principal and counselor and things like that. So there was a timeline for that call, but they didn't talk to us. So I don't know. It's kind of creepy because now, like, I kind of wanted to get them over with. And then they move on to like a leadership team, which I'm also on, a discussion, usually virtually. That is kind of scheduled, we think. Again, dates are up in the air, so we're all trying to like work on some stuff and, you know, have your ducks in a row. And I don't feel like on my personal part that there's anything that I won't have or don't do that they might want. But is it always documented? Maybe not. I feel like I spend so much time with the kids and doing things and crisis situations and whatever. You know, we'll just take care of whatever it is, and then, you know, documentation kind of comes later. So I'm trying to make sure everything is 100% documented. And, you know, you might see one child and have it on 10 different forms, which to me takes away from the children a lot and their real issues. But I understand, you know, that's part of where your data comes from too. So, over the last few years, I've tried to up that. But it, like I said, it does interfere with the children's time, which I hate. So a lot of times I will do that after school and just continue to see the kids through the day, you know, and do whatever they need. And it really makes their life go smoother and, you know, whatever. But it does take up a lot of time, I have to say, because I'm constantly there after school and that kind of thing. But overall, I feel like it's worth it for the most part. But, you know, now, like, you don't get a lunch. There's no lunch. There's no planning. Those things are just a figment of your imagination, you know. And I know some schools do, and that's great. But most of the time, you know, that just doesn't happen in reality. But I don't know how they'll feel about those things. You know, hey, if they could give me a lunch, I'd say, all right, let's do this. But in a perfect world, probably not. Okay, so with this, I'm just going to use this little witch's hat stencil that I've been wanting to use forever and don't really have a reason to use exactly, but I just need a little something, some sort of texture on here. So we're just going to try to put a few of those in there. And I don't want it to be overwhelming, but I do want it to sort of exist. But anyway, I like, as far as running groups and counseling groups and things like that, and classes and individual time and all our mental health stuff, like, I do all that, so I'm not really that worried. I hope I can talk the talk, though, you know, like, I hope I don't get nervous and be like, blah, 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 blah. So I'm trying to just spend a lot of time after school and make sure everything is you know, typed up, laid out, whatever, some sort of documentation and everything of what it is. Because what I can't stand is that if I do something and, like, if I don't want you to be able to say I don't do something that I'm supposed to do. I will take care of my business. Y'all know what I'm saying? But, like, I don't know in what form they'll ask it. I have seen them take down some lovely, lovely people in the past. And I thought they were amazing and I couldn't see anything they could improve on. And, you know, I know it's a process, and I know sometimes that's just the game. But, yeah, I don't know. But if they can improve certain things, like with attendance and whatever, I mean, we do small groups, we do home visits, we do daily calls, we have attendance incentives like parties and little fun things they can come to. And, you know, I check in on, is it just, are you missing, you know, because, I don't know, it's Friday and you want a day off, or, you know, is somebody bothering you or picking on you, or did you break up with your boyfriend or girlfriend, or any kind of mental health issues, or your parent, I don't know, doesn't have a car, or doesn't, whatever, you know, whatever the reason is, you can't get here. If there's some way that we can fix it, we will fix it. There's a long list of stuff, but I've gone to, myself and the our CIS worker, we will, you know, go pick kids up. We had one little guy, well, he's a big boy actually, but he seemed little because I've had him since he was a baby. He would literally call, he would miss the bus, and he would call us and we would go get him. We always did it together, so, you know, there's not one person in the car with the child, but we'd literally go pick him up, you know, like, we will do whatever it takes to get you to school. So if they have other ideas, hey, I am so in. I know what they do offer is a lot of funding, so that will be nice. Fundings for different trainings and different programs, and I'm just going to stamp this little eye of spider right here. So maybe, you know, even through stuff like that, it might be a good thing. The downside will be, you know, it changes our meetings, like, and I'm on a little bit of everything. Like, I'm on the safety team, I'm on the attendance team, I'm on the PBIS team, I'm on the leadership team. Like, I meet after school more than anything. And those are usually 2 to 3 hour meetings. We have 3 meetings this week, actually. And so, you know, it's a lot. And we have a parent night, you know, which we also, you know, offer attendance help or anything that we can do or help with. Or actually this time I'm doing since it's October and it's Bullying Awareness Month, or Bullying Prevention, Anti-Bullying, however you want to say it. I'm doing a table on that, but I will have some attendance things there as well. And I love the little groups and things. Like, I have the best time with the kids, so I don't mind those at all. Sometimes it improves attendance and sometimes it doesn't. I have had kids, like, they will literally come to school for my group and then check out and leave, which is sort of like a win because I'm getting them there and my thing is going well, but I can't quite cross it over to staying at school. So, but that is more of a parent problem, as if you're going to check your child out, then yeah. But I appreciate that they do come and respect my group, and, you know, they're in. So we just got to work on that a little bit. But, you know, if you're in 2nd grade or below, I mean, what control do you really have over your attendance? I don't feel like you have a lot. You know, 2nd grader can't get themselves up or wake themselves. And we have a few that do. And I'm very, very proud of them. They shouldn't have to. I think that's more a parenting problem. But, you know, it is what it is. We, you know, we chase down excuses, and you're allowed a certain amount per semester and things, and you know, as long as you turn those in, that helps a lot. But we have a big chronic absenteeism problem, so just give them a little bit of gray color here. I don't even know if you can see it on that green. But anyway, it's and it's not all that stuff. It's just that, you know, a lot of that is my whatever, and so we. But actually, shockingly, that is something we're not in the red on. We're only in the yellow, so it's a step above, but it's not still fabulous. But, you know, it's better than the red, I guess. All right, so we're going to do some orange and purple here. Those are my two favorite Halloween colors, by the way. But I have definitely missed doing all the Halloween cards and things like that. And but I just want to make sure all the ducks are in a row, and, you know, there's no question of anything of mine. So I care about others and all the things, and I'll help anybody do anything, but I want my stuff taken care of 100%, like, you know. So she's got some very, very high heel shoes on here. But as far as I know, I feel like I don't know, they could blast me like into tomorrow, I don't know. But I feel comfortable with what I do and how I do it. So, you know, and like I said, I'm up for any tips and tricks they have, or anything that you want us to try. I'm in, but I don't know. I've seen them go up to people and do the same sort of evaluation, I suppose. There's like a diagnostic they do all over the school. And they come in and do a little bit with that sometime soon. I don't really know when, but then they're there for the next about 4 years usually. And then when they leave, nothing's really changed, and they can basically observe the same thing, and then somehow it's magical and wonderful. And because if it wasn't, then they haven't done their job, and that would not happen, you know. So, I don't know. It's hopefully it'll just go well, but we'll see. But anyway, and school's a lot of long hours anyway on a good day, but with this, it is extra right now. And plus, we don't, I think the thing of not knowing when or what, or, you know, just come on, let's do this, let's go. But I feel like it needs a little bit more fire or something, or maybe it could have a little purple in it here and there. Doesn't have to be an exact fire color. It's just, I don't know. Well, that looks horrible. Just messed that up. But anyway, so hopefully everything goes well with that. And I'm just an over worrier. So my boss is like, relax, your part is awesome. It's good. You know, they're not even going to be looking at that. It's more instruction and that kind of thing. But, and I also teach lots of classes, so I want those to be the absolute best they can be too, and which they assure me they are, but who knows, you know. Will they think the same thing? I don't know. But if it can benefit the kids, I think that will be a plus, so willing to do whatever for that. But anyway, I'm not going to focus on that for a while tonight. You know, we're just going to breathe in the whatever the witch is brewing, the self-calming spell or something. We'll see. But it's going to be a busy busy time coming up with or without the state. We have, I like to do a little something for Breast Cancer Awareness Month too, just because I feel like that's important. But I don't know if I'll have time this year, but it's also, like I said, the bullying prevention month, so I always try to do lots of stuff for that and put stuff in the hallways and for the kids and do lessons. And we've got, breaking the chain of violence and starting the chain of kindness, and the little ones love that. They thought that was so cute. And everybody, I've ordered them bullying or anti-bullying bracelets. And I leave them just poems and inspirational whatever's in the hall, and the occasional even a coloring sheet or something to do with kindness, or that they can just pass by and get at some point. And they'll try to do like a table in this wing and this wing and that wing, and like stuff that older kids would like. And then I've got like cute little cats and whatever that have little messages and things that the little ones really like. And I'm going to do those ghosts too. So hopefully that'll go good. And then we've got College and Career Week. It's through CFWV, and our state hosts a week of that. I don't do just a week of that because that's ridiculous. Like, college and career should be all year, especially for an elementary/middle school. Okay. So I'm putting, it's going to take away my ghost if I do it over there, isn't it? And why is there a mark there? That's weird. Well, I might have to do that with the ghost. We'll see. Then I've got some little star stickers here. Let me get this out. So I tried, these are the 3D, whoops, there it went, embossing folders from the Tim Holtz ones that I got a while back, and I was worried if they're so big that if they're going to fit or not, but they fit on my Big Shot, so I'm super excited because now I can do this size card, and I never could before. I could emboss like half of it or something. But yeah, this one is called, what? It's called Cracked Large. So anyway, I just wanted a little bit of texture for this set. But anyway, so I've got some career speakers lined up, some college speakers, some activities for the teachers and the kids, and bulletin boards in the hallway. And, it just takes a while to do that stuff. And then, of course, it's Halloween as well. We're having like a trunk or treat thing where everybody comes and decorates their trunks, and we take the kids trick-or-treating around the parking lot. Or if it rains, we'll do it in the gym, I guess. But then it's drug-free month, so I'm trying to work on stuff for that. And have lessons and things for it all. And just tomorrow I've got a guy coming to do Lakin's Law, which is like fentanyl and opioid awareness stuff. And because I feel like they probably just get tired of me talking all the time. And so give them somebody different to listen to. And it takes such a tiny, tiny amount of fentanyl. It really surprises me to kill you. So, but anyway, I want them to be very, very, very aware of that. All right, where's my tape? Okay. Well, we got one more thing to do. So this did not come with, sentiments. So in that case, we just decide to use whatever we have, and we've discussed that that's fine. And so I'm going to use this one that says "Life is better in a pointy hat." So I'm just going to stamp that up real quick. Like I said, we have been meeting a little bit more and doing some other things after school, and but I've also had personal stuff going on. It's always a busy month for October because it used to be my mother's when she was living, her birthday, as well as my boyfriend's aunt's birthday, his mom's birthday. Those three have passed, and but it's still my father's. What are they barking at? Oh, I know it's that little dog outside the fence. They hate it. It's this little brown dog that does not like. It's always loose and it's always around, but I don't know why it seems so like whatever, but they do not like each other. But luckily it's little, so I don't really worry about it. But anyway, so it's been my father's birthday. My boyfriend's birthday is coming up, and then of course it's Halloween, and we've had 2 concerts this month. Luckily, oh shoot, they have been close by, only a couple hours away. We discovered a new place, and we're really, really enjoying it. Partly, for my part, it's close, and I really like that. So, that is way cool to me. But anyway, and it only holds like, it's very small. Like, it was like an old theater, like the fancy ones. Hang on, someone's coming in. Just a second. Alright. Just gotta shut the door real quick. Anyway, so one was on Friday, and I took the day off of work, which, gasp, right now, taking the day off is like horrible, but yet it was so nice. Oh my gosh, I was so glad to be out of the building and just not thinking about school for just one day. A little stressful because it was in a way, but at the same time, awesome. So, okay, thank goodness that stamped okay the first time because it was sticking. And that day, he got us tickets to go see the Coral Reefer Band, and who used to tour with Jimmy Buffett. And y'all know I'm a huge Jimmy Buffett fan. We both were. And he passed away. So this kind of helped get us our Jimmy fix, you know. And okay, I'll just take that up. And it was really good. And he got to meet, because it literally holds like 750 people. It's very, very small. And so you feel like you're like up close and personal instead of, you know, something that holds 10 or 20,000 people. And so I like it just for that reason too, and the close factor. But but anyway, he got to meet a couple of the females. I think her name's Nadira Shakur, and I can't think of the other ones. Tina Gullickson. So if you're a Jimmy fan, you'll know who I'm talking about. But Tina hits those notes, and Nadira, oh wow, she blows it out the water. And I enjoy that. But so I was able to get him a couple of things for his birthday or whatever there, and so that was kind of nice. Well, that's going to cover up the darn stars. Y'all hear me snort? Okay, so that can go on the inside. Forget it. I need my big tape, and I don't know. I don't see it anywhere. Oh well, we'll just use this. It'll just take us a while. But anyway, so that one was really good. And then on the way there, I'm terrible with surprises. I end up telling or whatever. But I kind of planned to act like it was, the very next weekend, which I wish it could have been way later, but That's when he was there. So another guy that had played with Jimmy before, and his name is Mac McAnally, and he was going to be there. So I held it up to my boyfriend, the phone, and I was like, do you know who this is? And he's like, oh, yes, that's Mac. He's like, where's he going to be? And I was like, oh, do you want to see him? He's like, yes, where's he going to be? And I said, the place we're going now. He's like, when, you know. And I said, next Saturday. He's like, what? Let's get tickets, see if they got tickets, you know. And so I was like, oh, relax, I'm getting you that for your birthday. And so he was very excited with that. And I've been making sure, I wanted to buy the tickets in person, though, because I hate online tickets. I want a real ticket stub. But I'd been watching just to make sure they weren't, like, selling out or anything. And they weren't. So it was safe to do there. And so I got him that, which he knows about. So that's a little bit more of a bummer, but it's okay because he was like so sweetly surprised that it was kind of like, oh. But I should not have taped that whole thing. What am I going to put there? I don't know. So anyway, then we went out to a really nice dinner, and we've been trying, like, we've been working up and down State Street because there's like so many restaurants and things. You don't even have to leave that little general area within walking distance. So it's awesome. And I also found a couple of new age stores that I've really enjoyed going to, and met some really, really wonderful ladies there, and hope to go back for sure. But there's nothing really coming up. But we went those 2 weeks in a row, and we've been exploring some different restaurants. We'd gone down for something else. I can't remember what it was. It was before that. It was in the summer. But I don't know. I can't remember what it was. But, or maybe it was just, yeah, I think that's what it was. We went to pick up his tickets for something because I wasn't going to be able to go to whatever that one was, because it's the Coral Reefer Band was my first time going to that venue. And so hopefully we'll keep that up. And it's a place that I don't have to take off work to make it to. I can usually make it by the start of showtime in a couple hours, so, you know, it'll be okay. But anyway, other than that, then my father's birthday has kept us quite busy, and nobody can ever celebrate on the same day, it seems like. So I celebrated with him the day of his birthday. I just gave him his gifts that morning, and I was coming home a little bit late that evening. I want this to work. What's wrong with it? I thought I had the right glue. Okay, well, we're just going to open that. Well, it's not new, so maybe. Does it just have a glue booger or something? Take that, poke that through and see if it'll do anything. Do a little glue surgery there. Now let's see if it works. No, still nothing. I don't know why. But anyway, so celebrated that day. He had church that night, and good gracious. This is why you don't just pour it out of a thing, but we can get some glue right there. In there. We'll see if that stays. Fingers crossed. Anyway, otherwise, I've been at work every night until I try to give myself a cutoff of 9 o'clock. But usually I'm in a meeting from like 4 to 6, so I only really have from 6 to 9 to work. And, but then I try to take Saturdays for myself or us or laundry or whatever. And luckily, he's had a few ball games, so that's been wonderful. He's been entertained. He's got one more, and then all day Sunday I work, and it's, I don't know. But hopefully it'll pay off and everything will go smoothly. At this point, I don't even know what I'm organizing anymore. So there's that. I'm just organizing stuff that I don't even know if they'll think about, but I'm putting it out there. We're typing it up to give them like a sample of how we do this or that, or I'm trying to gather up like old pictures. Like I'm big on kids seeing themselves doing whatever on bulletin boards or whatever, pictures of stuff. And, I always enjoyed that in school and things, so I feel like they do too. But I just basically toss the old pictures, or, well, I really just toss them like in a box. But I've been trying to dig those out and put those in order of things, because from year to year, like, they want us to see what all we did last year. Well, to me, last year's over and done. But I get it, establishes that pattern, or if you have something in place, that kind of thing. So I'm trying to pull everything back out, make sure everything's in order for not only this year, but last year as well. And so hopefully, like I said, it'll go good. We'll see. But anyway, so back to Dad's birthday. I celebrated with him that day. Then I brought him dinner home. I left work early that night and brought dinner, and he ate before he went to church. And his girlfriend celebrated with him on Wednesday, and then he had church, and his real birthday was on Thursday. And then on Friday, my boyfriend came down, and I only stayed at work until 7:30. And then we had another dinner, and he gave him his presents and all that. And then on Saturday, which was yesterday, my aunts came down and brought their gifts and all that. And then my aunt had dropped him off a cake already too. But I don't know. Anyway, so we did all that. And then today is kind of, I guess, the end of the birthday thing. And so, you just got to work everything in. And I don't know how I'm going to work around my boyfriend's birthday. And I've got to manage to make him a card, so I might have to at least make one more card. I definitely won't be getting all the Halloween cards done. I apologize for that. I really, really, really wanted to, believe me. It was my favorite season, and this is killing me that it is in my season, you know what I mean? I think that's what hurts the worst. All right, now I got to figure out what to do back here, because I take that. But maybe we can just put, I don't know, a little strip of purple or something. Maybe we'll just do that and then cut it off. Could do that. A little decorative something like we meant to. We'll use our little scissors. See if that'll work. We're going to do this. So what's been up in your all's world? Are you ready for Halloween? Do you have your pumpkins on your porch? I sadly do not. I will be doing that very soon, though. I do have like a little bronze kind of metal pumpkin out there with a solar light in it. So there's that at least. But that's about all the decor that I have up. So sad but true. Not usually me for sure. But we'll just get through this year and then whatever. But it could be worse. I mean, it's not the end of the world, so we will survive. But it has been a bit no sleep, I'll say, lately, for whatever reason. So I look forward to some sleep again, but it'll come too. And to be honest, at least I have been well. Usually I get those fall allergies or whatever, and I always have a tough time with that. And I'll catch something going back to school typically. So knock on wood, I've been healthy as a horse and super, super excited about that. Oh my gosh, you just don't even know. So, using that, I don't know if oxide inks are the right thing to use there because it's sort of fading into the moonlight there. I almost feel like this needs to be, let me try it again actually. That almost needs to be a bit more pronounced or something. Even if I can get it to lay flat right now. But maybe one side of it or something. Or maybe black. Let's do black. I totally had black out. Well, okay, we'll just do this, but I guess I don't. See if we get just a little bit more defined edge or something there. I can't press it down right there enough. But be sure and check out Brandy's channel and for what she's doing. I see she's got all kinds of cool videos up lately. I haven't had a chance to watch them, but y'all let me know if they're good. I'll be catching up at some point, but it's just not right now. But I hope that some of them are Halloween, because y'all know I love me some Halloween. But I don't really know if that helped or not, but at least it defines it just a smidge more. And I still don't know about having her with the green face, even though I feel like I know that's on the moon or whatever, and it kind of colored it. I didn't really have to color it, but I don't know. I don't like the typical depiction of a witch with the green face and the whatever, but she is a pretty witch, so I guess that works. Thinking about adding, not that one. Maybe no. Maybe this one. Or no. Yeah, this one. This one is called Unraveled. Or we could do the Harvest Moon. Let's do Harvest Moon. It sounds better. I feel like I'm coming unraveled anyway, so we'll focus on something a little more positive with the Harvest Moon. So let's put it in this horrible looking spray bottle. Give it just a little spritzy woo. And like I said, leave me a comment below if you think that I picked this one. Did Brandy pick this one? What is your opinion? What is your guess? I don't like that for some reason. It didn't really do what I wanted, so we are going to go in with Unraveled. Which weirdly doesn't make much of a difference. Well, okay, we can always do, if I can reach it, or splatter. Let's get our box back out here. And let's do a little black splatter everywhere. You know what? Wait. Let me put one teensy little piece over her face. Because I don't want it to take away her her color. Oh, yes, yes, yes. This is better. This is better. This is what I needed. Just a little splatter. Okay. That finishes it off. I'm more satisfied now. Okay. Okay. I like that better. All right, guys. So here is the card. And like I said, comment below if you think if I picked this, if you think not Misty, oh my gosh, Brandy picked this. Misty, you must be on my mind. And let me know. So talk to you guys later. I hope you're having a very stampy, good-filled week and a almost happy Halloween. And let me know if you got those pumpkins on the porch. Bye, y'all. Talk to you later.